with the show. Kim Kardashian tries to fire her sister, Kourtney. All right, so this past episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, it was centered all around Kourtney, and that she's not sharing enough of her life for the show, okay? Now, you know this must be bad for the show when an episode about the show, an episode for the show is Kourtney not showing enough for the show. It's a pretty bad day, okay? So, Kim is cutthroat in this trailer, okay? Let's take a little gander, shall we?
Kourtney hasn't really been open on camera lately.
Khloe likes to show every single thing.
That's our job.
The show is not my only thing in life. She doesn't want to show up, she doesn't want to work, she's out.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Doesn't Kim look like a furious Willy Wonka? Furious! She's out! Okay, so Kim said, all the days that Kourtney isn't filming, Khloe and I are picking up the slack and having to share more. Because if we're not sharing our lives, then what is the show? Okay, which I love imagining her meetings with Khloe. Like, what can we do this week? What can we do this week? Like, how can we get back in the tabloids? Like, what are we gonna do? And Kim's like, ooh, randomly post a story about Jordyn Woods. Make it 4 paragraphs long, MLA format. Like, Khloe! Khloe really posted this. Let's begin. No, just kidding. I'm not gonna fucking do that to you. How am I gonna start? I'm not gonna start the show with a quote about Ian watching his brother fuck and then start talking about Jordyn Woods. No! Guys, if that is not a fever dream marketing panic pitch, what the fuck is? And actually, I read all of it, and she said nothing. And that is a talent, I think, to say nothing in 6 paragraphs and 6 stories. Hats off to you, Coco. So listen, I understand because all Kourtney talks about lately is like, what is it? Gluten. And her website. Has anybody actually been to the website Poosh? No, why would I? Because I have goop. But like, there's two sides. There's 2 sides. I get both sides. One is like, you signed up for it. This is your life. You know what I mean? And 2, you're a human being. Kourtney does have a great point. She's a human being. She doesn't want to share everything anymore. I get it. Like, hey, come here, Kourtney. If you hear that click sound at home, it's the cameraman snapping at me. Come here, Kourtney. I get it. I've been in this industry now for 39 episodes, and these lights are blinding, all right? Everywhere I go with the paparazzi, I called her outside. You know, it's just crazy. All right, you can go out, Steven. I'm so sorry. Please don't quit. So, I will say, Kourtney has not always been so fucking tight-lipped. Like, we have watched her and Scott and her dating life unravel many times. Like, do you remember Khloe and Kourtney take Miami and this little moment?
Out and party every single night. What is going on? You're afraid he's gonna come back in here.
Kourtney! He's crazy, and I don't get why you always forgive him, though.
I can't do this anymore.
And then they had 2 more kids, 3 more. So anyway, she's put her life on blast with Scott Disick, right? And we all know how that went with them. Not too great. He's dating Sophia Richie now. He's 21 years old. They're both dating different people. Whatever, it didn't work out. Sometimes it doesn't work out, fine. But she said having so many people in her life, and so many people involved in her relationship is really what ended their relationship. And she also had to say this. My well-being is more important than the show. I'm not giving in, I'm not going to change my boundaries. That's not gonna happen, AKA, I already have money now. I don't need to do this, okay? But this isn't the first time that Kourtney and Kim have had a fight. Because there was an iconic moment served to us last Christmas. Last Christmas, you fought with your sister. It's really sad I didn't have the show then, and when Tristan cheated on Khloe, it would have been great. But listen, let's take a look at last year.
Be nice.
Team, you're just
Do it
no one wants
tonight.
you in the shoot.
Okay, no.
Get out of here and go. Get the out of here and go.
Pause
No
it.
one wants you in.
There's a moment with every sister, where you tap into the blind rage. I'm about to say whatever the fuck it takes to hurt your feelings, and I know it anywhere because I created it, okay? So, and it takes a lot she's a Libra. It takes a lot, let's consult the science. Libras are very even keeled. They want to see both sides of everything. So to make a Libra's eyebrows do this? Oh, we're in for a bumpy ride. Let's do it. Keep going.
Shoot, I'm planning it.
You guys just be nice to each other.
So we don't want you in the shoot.
Pause it. That is the equivalent of normal people saying, "You were adopted." Continue it.
I'm planning it.
Did I already say this morning I didn't care to do it?
Then don't be in it.
I
Because you're
said
so
this
annoying.
morning, I
Perfect.
don't
Then
care.
shut up.
No, but
What?
it's like I'm not
Who do you
scheduling it
say?
around
Annoying.
today.
You are annoying, Kourtney.
Oh,
You're being
okay,
annoying.
Mom. What the
Because
fuck?
Kim wants it around her
I'd be like, really,
schedule?
MJ?
No,
Okay.
What we're fighting about, there are people who...
her day. that
Maybe
she
if you
wants
had a
her
business
day.
that you were passionate about, then you would know what it takes to run a business, but you don't. So don't even act like you know what I'm talking about.
That's when my sister and I used to have a lemonade stand. That bitch wasn't squeezing any lemons. That was all me. She's like, I have ADHD. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. We're here to make money. Listen, when I fight with my sister, I say things to her. Like I was talking about it with our writers today. There is nobody you're meaner to than your family. Please, guys, agree? Please agree. Woo! So like you'll come up with shit that you didn't even think you were capable of saying. Like something happens to you inside where you want to fucking just break their core. Oh, sorry, I got a little carried away. They just say that one thing and you're like, what the I black out. My ears will plug, like when you're in an airplane, like my ears will plug up and I just feel my mouth moving. And when I see people crying, then I'm like, you took it there, didn't ya? You know? Like even when I tell my friends story about our fights or whatever, I'll have my phone, I'm like, look how mean it is. And she's like, what did you say? I'm like, that's not important. Because I want them to know that they're dealing with a true Lena, monster. So, I mean, you don't want your friends to know that what you're capable of, right? Except I will say that only one time and one time only, I can't believe I survived it. I texted Molly Righty Producy a text being very mean, and I started it with, sweetie.
Ooh.
I did. Okay, so I know what you're thinking, like, Tefi, what would it take for you to get to that point? Like, how do you get to that point? Julie, take me to the theater. Someone scream lights. Lights. Hi there. My name is Tefi. I'll be auditioning for the role of Tefi in her late teen, PMSing, being obviously viciously triggered for a fight, and her sister is instigating it. Okay, whenever I'm ready, if someone could just say,
Action. Hey.
fuck you! That's it, and scene. Can we have a round of applause for the, Can we have a round of applause for the, Molly's acting. Fantastic, Molly. That was amazing. You really tapped in there. Wow, it really annoyed me. It was great. So like, an only child doesn't understand the 0 to 60. Andrea, you have cousins. It's different. You're Italian. You were born like this. Guys, Andrea's my hair and makeup artist. She needs to be involved, and I involve her, and I do it. Guys, the 0 to 60 sibling fight is so extraordinary and so unique that it's like, I'm sorry that we're both in jail, but you borrowed my top without asking, so this is what the fuck happens, bitch. Also, I have the money to bail myself out. What are you gonna do in here? Enjoy my shirt. Tefi, what's another example? The chocolate fight of 2017. It was Mother's Day. I always give my mom a bouquet of roses. My sister said, this year, I don't want to do a group gift. I want to do my own. I said, bitch, you're going to forget it. Hello, remember the lemonade stand days? You have ADHD. She said, oh, it's fine. I'll handle it myself. I got my mom a necklace and a bouquet of flowers between me and my brother. And my sister got her a Dove chocolate bar from CVS across the street. You did a great job, sis. You did a great job. So what I did is I approached her calmly and I swung. So it's fine. Everything came out great and it was a great Mother's Day and my mom looks back on it fondly. She's like, yes, I'm so happy I had kids. Yes. Actually, can you take me to the therapist's office? I need to feel safe. Thank you, I feel better now. This is a safe place. No one can judge me here, right, guys? Right, Flamingo? So I also, when you're talking to only children, they're like, well, there's many ways you can solve this fight. Did you talk to them with Compassion and understanding. Yeah. Have you tried? Oh, I love this. Non-confrontational language. No, bitch, you came at me. She's lucky. She's lucky. She doesn't look like the old lady from Shutter Island when I'm done with her. It's only a few strands. Okay, I gotta go unblock my sister off Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and MySpace and Napster. Let's take a break. Thank you so much for watching. You've made my day, you've made my year. I can't wait to see you again. If you liked what you watched, why don't you just subscribe so we can keep chatting?